Good morning, dear students. It's our first unit and this unit is about a hobby. As you know that all persons have their hobbies. Some like reading, some like traveling, some like to collect coins. But here we will read about an interesting hobby, and this hobby is collect sliced bread. Here is a boy and the teacher said that everyone have to choose a hobby and then report on the next day. But this boy chose a very strange hobby. Actually, he want to collect the sliced bread. So that's why the unit name is the collector of the sliced bread. So you have to read the whole poem clearly and then you have to get the idea that how love he had for the sliced bread, and he thought that his hobby is interesting and give him joy. Thank you so much. Dear students, on the next page, page number 10, there is a reading comprehension and they ask us the 6 questions, and I will tell you one by one the answer of that question. So you have to write the answers on your rough registers and learn them properly. I am sending you the answers clip, so please read it properly and learn it properly, and after there are some reasons and actions, and as I match them you have to match them and learn them properly. Okay, dear students, on page number 11 there is a vocabulary, and through this vocabulary we come to know that how we use the article the before the noun. If we add the before the noun, so it becomes adjective. For example, have you looked these adjectives with the noun like the rich, the poor, the strong, the weak, the young, the old, the sick, the disabled, the living, the dead, the disabled, the homeless, the English, the French, the Chinese and Japanese. So you have to check that before noun we add the, so it becomes an adjective. So next is also they tell us that if we add adjective after noun, then we have to add the plural nouns. For example, the rich we not use here has, we use have, the English were, the homeless were, and after here is the fill in the blanks with the words, so you have to fill them properly and learn them. Okay, dear students, on page number 12 there is a grammar part, and in this grammar part you will come to know that if we add ing with a word with a noun, that it becomes a gerund. For example, look at here the word paint, it change into painting, fish change into fishing. So these are the gerund words. If we add ing, then it becomes gerund. And next is fill in the blanks, and I fill them, so you have to learn them properly. Like first is taking photographs, second singing, third swimming, fourth reading, and fifth is playing games. So learn them properly. Again I am repeating, if we add ing to a noun, then it becomes a gerund. So you have to learn it. Okay, here comes another grammar work, and it is the use of would and would rather. First I tell you where we use would. If we want to express our preference, if we want to show our like that I would like to eat chocolate, I would like to go to zoo, so it means I am showing my likes, what I want to do. So here we will use would. But if we emphasize on something, if we say that I only do this, so then we use would rather. You have to learn these examples, and on the next fill in the blanks and answer I am repeating. Number 1 would, number 2 would rather, number 3 would, number 4 would rather, number 5 would rather, and number 6 is would rather. So again I am repeating, would use for express preference and would rather use to emphasize your choices. Okay, dear students, here is a spelling activity, and this spelling activity is about long vowel OU sound. So repeat it with me. House, cloud, mouth, sound, shout, found, round, bounce, loud, mountain, mouse, thousand, bound, proud or fountain. So did you observe that here is the sound ow, O-U. Next is a story and we have to fill this story according to the words given above. I am repeating the answers. Number 1 mountain, number 2 house, number 3 mouse, number 4 round, number 5 bounce, number 6 sound, number 7 loud, number 8 thousand, number 9 proud, and number 10 shout. So learn these long vowel OU sound. Dear student, here is a listening activity and there are some pictures and you have to listen your teacher and you have to mark the pictures. Now listen it carefully. My mother is doing work on computer. My mother is watching television. Akbar is plucking the flowers. Asma is touching the flowers. 2 persons are sleeping in a tent. 2 persons are sleeping separately in their tents. I am eating noodles. I am drinking tea. I like rice. Do you like noodles? So you have to mark in the boxes as you listen your teacher and revise it. Dear students, on page number 16 there is a speaking activity and in this speaking activity you have to learn a telephone dialogue and please read it properly and then you have to also write another dialogue on your rough registers. Here comes a writing activity. In this writing activity your uncle has called to talk your father but your father is not at home. Read the conversation between your uncle and you. Actually, in this conversation, your uncle call you and you have to tell your uncle in a mannerable way that your father is not at home. How you will tell your uncle? You have to read this whole dialogue clearly and then you have to write your own one. How you will say if your uncle call your father. Dear students, question B. Page number 18, you have to write a message for your father. First of all, you write to, it means that it will be for your father. So here you will write your father name. From as you are writing. So here you will write your name and message. You can write any message for your father. It can be your loving, it can be your appreciation for your father. So any message you have to write to appreciate your father's work. So make sure that your message should be healthy.